Hi everyone, and welcome to this recording. As you can see, we will be flying the KLM Cargo 747 from Liège Airport in Belgium, which is EBLG, and we'll be flying to Amsterdam, Schiphol, which is EHAM. It's not a very long flight, mostly because for the purpose of this video, that I thought it was best to do a short flight first and then see afterwards if I would do a longer one. This is our pilot and co-pilot arriving. I already did most of the calculations, so everything will probably go smoothly. The weather is a bit cloudy above Liège, though it's pretty good weather in Belgium. But except for the weather, I'm not expecting any troubles. I was planning on doing this flight last evening, but there was a very big storm right above Amsterdam Schiphol, so I thought it would be easier to just do it today. Also for the video purpose. So, okay, they're in the cockpit, let's start. So, this is the 747's cockpit. As you can see, some of the screens are already on and some of the systems are already running. That's mostly because if you do cargo flights, that the ground crew and flight engineers already did some stuff. So most of the time with a cargo flight you don't get it cold and dark that you have to do everything. But from this point on it's me and the co-pilot that are going to handle all the systems. So I will be flying with the co-pilot to make it more realistic. I'm using this program for that. Let's start.
Okay, let's start setting up.
Alright.
So I've been using this program for a while, so I know how everything works. We're going to skip ahead in time a bit. And now, okay, there we go. This is the co-pilot aligning the plane, which means that when this is on, I can use the flight management computer to put in our GPS data, so the plane knows where we are situated on Earth. After we do that, these screens are also going to work. So this is the GPS data that we're getting now with the alignment. Copy that, put it in the IRS position. Meanwhile, we can also say we are at EBLG and we're at gate 45. There we go. And as you can see, and there we go, the screens are running. So that's good. Now we have to wait for a bit until the co-pilot goes for the check outside of the plane, the walk around.
I'm out for the walk around.
Okay.
There we go. And while she's doing that, we are going to set up this flight management computer, the MCP, which is the autopilot, and we'll do a oxygen test and a fire test. Then we'll check the radios, the trim, and the throttle. And in the meantime, she'll be back, and we can continue the pre-flight. And I think everything will go smoothly. I have all the calculations here with me. So let's start. First off, the fuel. Today we'll be flying with 20970 kilograms of fuel. Go. Our cruising altitude will be 00. Our zero fuel weight is 261.3. Our reserves is 10.9. Cost index for KLM cargo is 30. That's good. So today it's 25 degrees outside. So we'll do a thrust limited takeoff to spare the engines a bit. It will be a flaps 20 takeoff. 1,500 feet, the acceleration height is okay. Okay, so the V speeds are not calculated yet because we still have to implement the routes. First we're going to change the transition altitude. 18,000 is mostly in the US. Here it's 4,500. And then we can do the routes. So we'll be flying from EBLG Liège to EHAM. And let's see what the ATC tells us.
Clearance delivery KLM 90207. The parking position is 1 gate 45 with the information request clearance.
Not a lot. Oh. That is set correctly. Strange, okay.
7 to Bravo Sierra, still 100, so back up for submission. 737 is pushing into gate 99.
Clearance delivery KLM 90207. The parking position is 1 gate 45 with the information request clearance.
KLM 90207. Clear to destination airport via BUV7 Sierra departure. Climb to flight level 70. Expect flight level 200 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 118.85. Squawk 7131. QNH 1010.
Okay.
Clear to EHAM by BUV7 Sierra. Climb and maintain flight level 70. Flight level 200 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.85. Squawk 7131. QNH 1010. KLM 90207.
KLM 90207. Read that correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
Okay, so this is our set that we'll be departing from. Our next waypoint is, like I said, it's a really short flight, around 15 minutes, so there are not a lot of waypoints. We'll be flying the direct route to them.
KLM 90207. Did you read?
Roger 121. Decimal 8 KLM 90207.
Okay, there we go. That looks good. And there we go, we have our V-speed, so V1 is 125, rotate 136, and our V2 is 153. Our trim is 4.8,
actually 125 right, Alto Bravo 1, QNH 1021.
This is all good. So V2 is 153. Okay, so let's see. It's all looking good. 153. Line to the runway, 7,000, and flight directors can go on. It's the weather radar.
Ground, good morning to the Shamrock 630 from 02.
Shamrock 630, good morning, sir. Continue straight ahead to
Oxygen
Afghan
test.
353.
Roger, straight ahead 353.
It's, as you can see over here, we have a storm. But I think it's going to pass over. No, okay, but it's flying away from us, so that's good. Fire test.
7761, cross runway 02.
02, 761.
So it's good. Now we have to wait for the co-pilot to come back. All good. So that was the flight management computer and the MFC setup. Cargo is also almost loaded.
3891 is ready for taxi.
3891, taxi 7.25 right, Alter Bravo.
I'm back from the walk around. Everything is good.
Alright.
11021 for 25 right, CSM 3891.
Ground 672, ready to taxi.
672, taxi via Alpha 2, gate 31.
Taxi via Alpha 2, gate 31, 672.
So now we have to wait a bit until she's ready with the pre-flight procedures. So we will be. I had a look at the map, so we'll be taxiing out to there. That's the runway we'll be taking off from. Our takeoff speed will be 153. And then we can speed up to 163.
7.25 right, inner Bravo 1, QNH 1021.
Then we hit
25 right, by inner Bravo 1 and 1021.
1100.
72 Bravo Sierra.
I'm a bit curious what this weather will be, but normally we walk past it. So. Meanwhile, while she's doing this, I will set up the departure briefing. There will be a stand pushback. Plus will be weighted, flaps will be 20, taxi windows assigned by ATC, the packs have to be on, anti-ice not required, crew will be the same, will be overweight if we have to return, set departure, and battery. So the cargo is loaded now, but we still have to wait for our fuel sheet that comes in. Okay, she's doing it.
Yes, ground Challenger Bravo Whiskey Bravo. Got a slight delay, we're checking on a problem. We'll give you a call back for taxi.
Victor Whiskey Bravo, Roger.
672, hold your position.
Roger, hold position 672.
Okay, I've finished my scan.
Okay.
Hi, here's the fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
Okay, get close to 1.
Ground Alpha Lima Fox 1621 is on the military side, ready for taxi.
Alpha Lima Fox 1621, taxi November Alpha 1, holding point runway 25 right, QNH 1021.
November Alpha 125 right, 1021, 1621.
16 minutes, we'll do the pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist, oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 135. Altimeter 1010.
Heading 135. Altimeter 1010. Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
There we go. 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to ask the clearance for pushback now.
Ground KLM 9207. Request startup and pushback.
KLM 9207.
Startup and pushback is approved. Roger, KLM 9207.
Okay. We'll contact ground now.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Are we clear to pressurize the hydraulics?
Roger, you okay to pressurize the hydraulics?
Thanks.
So that's,
Here's a load sheet for you.
Thanks. Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start of the stand. The taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff, using rated thrust, planning a flaps 20 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Standard reject actions to V1 is briefed. From V1, or if the call is continue, I will continue the takeoff as per the standard company procedures. The engine out procedure today is as per the chart. We are over our maximum landing weight, so if we are able, we will hold and burn off some fuel before returning to the airport. Okay, all going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. We will use noise abatement procedure 1. Flight directors are on, minus master EOS slave, navigation radios are set, the NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. The current weather poses a threat, so we won't rush any procedure today. Any questions, comments or concerns?
I'm good.
Departure brief complete.
Shall I turn on the APU?
already did that. Now we have to wait until the APU generators are on, and then we can disconnect from the GPU and the air conditioning outside. I'll do a bit more explaining about all systems when we're at cruising altitude, although when we reach the top of climb, a bit later we're going to have to stand again anyway, because so now we have to wait anyway. So these are the generators and battery. These are all lights. This is the fuel, anti-ice window heat, wiper, the window wipers, hydraulic systems, electricity systems. These are the engine start buttons. These here are the packs for airflow. This is for the temperature. One on, two on.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Please disconnect the GPU and air.
Roger. Disconnected the GPU and air.
Okay.
Master 161, cross runway 02.
Cross 02, 761.
Captain, the GPU and air are disconnected.
Thanks.
Good.
Before start procedure.
Are we cleared to pressurize?
We're clear to pressurize.
Thanks.
So she's going to pressurize the hydraulics now. 1 and 4 always go to auxiliary, 2 and 3 always go to auto. This will change later on. Okay, we're ready for pushback. She's putting on the fuel now. Yeah, it's good. The this button over here that you just flipped is to show the ground crew that we are ready.
I am ready for the checklist.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Supernumerary signs. Auto. MCP.
B2 is 153. Heading track 226. Altitude 7000.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 is 125. VR 136. B2 is 153.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
6.0 units set 0 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Beacon. Both. Before start checklist complete.
So, nose left, tail right.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Information 737 is pushing into gate 99.
Hold your position. Holding position. 1869er.
TCAS test. Pass.
Start sequence is 4 and 3, then 2 and 1.
Check.
Start engines 4 and 3.
Ground Alpha Lima Fox 1621 is on the military side, ready for taxi.
There we go. You can actually see the lightning in the distance. So I'm happy we're heading the other way, not that way. Okay, 3 and 4 on.
Start engines 2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
This is 67 Foxtrot Golf 10236, pushback approved. For information, traffic is coming for the gate 238.
One is also on there. Neutral, 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 and neutral. Okay.
ground KLM 907, request taxi.
KLM 90207, taxi to runway 22 left via Alpha Sierra 5.
By Alpha Sierra 5 to runway 22 left, KLM 90207.
Before taxi procedure.
Okay.
I'm locking gear. Tow track disconnected, bypass being removed.
Please refer to the safety briefing card of the exit row information card located in the seatbelt pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured...
Flaps 20 please.
Flaps 20.
Please notify a flight attendant.
Before taxi checklist please.
Before taxi checklist, anti-ice off, recoil checked, auto brake, RTO, flight controls,
Checked.
ground equipment,
Clear.
clear. Before taxi checklist complete,
Clear left.
clear right,
There we go. And we're ready to taxi.
Continue taxi.
Roger 672.
So that was it for setting up all the systems.
flaps 20, green.
Yeah, perfect. As you can see, it's mostly checklist after checklist after checklist. Well, I like flying with the co-pilot because it makes it more original and authentic. There are people that prefer to just do it all by themselves. I used to do it that way. It's fun because then you operate all the systems, but it's there's a reason why there are two people in the cockpit, because there are a lot of systems and you have to make sure that everything is okay. So yeah, this is fun this way. Like I said before, we're flying, this is the runway we'll be taking off from. We'll be making a turn to the left, to the right. A bit fast. There's a really big storm ahead of us. I actually live pretty, but not that far from the airport of Liège. So, whether it's coming over here, then we have a bit of rain because it's been a really dry season lately.
KLM 90207. Tower KLM 90207, holding short of runway 22 left, ready for departure.
KLM 90207, line up runway 22 left.
Lining up runway 22 left, KLM 90207.
Before takeoff checklist please.
Before takeoff checklist, flaps
Flaps 20.
Flaps 20, before takeoff checklist complete.
Runway entry procedure.
Okay. I'm ready to go.
Okay, takeoff.
Check.
Okay, we're ready to go. Just have to wait for confirmation from the ATC when we're lined up with the runway that we are ready for takeoff, but there's no reason why we're not.
Tower 2510, on final, runway 23 right.
2510, clear to land runway 23 right. QNH 1010.
Clear to land runway 23 right. QNH 1010, 2510.
KLM 9207, wind 20016, runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 left. KLM 9207.
Okay, ready to go. Here we go. Hey lievekes, het gaat terug.
Depart
80 knots, thrust set.
Check.
V1.
Rotate.
V1.
Positive climb.
Positive climb.
You're up.
feet.
Whiskey Tango, reinforce left and base and runway 29. At 29, reduce the left space, Whiskey Tango.
KLM 9207, contact departure on 11885.
Departure KLM 9207, passing 1700 for flight level 70.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flaps 10 please.
Speed checked. Flaps 10. Flaps 10. Green.
Maintain the heading, that's 105.
Flaps 5 please.
Speed checked. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Green. Transition.
Flaps 1 please.
Speed check.
Departure
Flaps
KLM
1.
9207, passing flight level 46 for flight level 70.
KLM 9207, radar contact cleared to fly at the BUB7 Sierra, departure climb and maintain flight level 200.
Flaps 1. Green.
KLM 9207, confirm.
Flaps up please.
Cleared by
Flaps up.
Sierra, departure climb and maintain flight level 200. KLM 9207.
After takeoff checklist please.
Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps up. After takeoff, checklist complete. Flaps up.
Departure 6867 with you at flight level 113.
6867, roger. Departure 6050 with you at flight level 73. 6050, roger. Departure 2368 at 4,300. 2368, roger.
Departure 3544 with you at flight level 48.
3544, roger.
Departure 2314 with you passing flight level 119 for flight level 60.
2314, roger. Descend
Flight
to
level 100.
60.
Descend to flight level 60, 2314.
Maintain altitude.
Maintain present altitude 6867.
6050, maintain altitude. Maintain present altitude 6050. Departure 1188 with you at flight level 70. 1188, roger. Departure 3347 at flight level 110. 3347, roger.
Roger 7194 with you at flight level 70.
7194, roger.
As you can see the map here, this is our double climb, so we should be at 200, 202. There's still a storm over there, and some rain over here, but also in 3 minutes. Moment. I could speed up now, but I'm not going to do that because I know we're going to quickly descend after the top of climb, because there's a top of our descent. So between here and going to
6867, maintain altitude.
Maintain present altitude 6867. Departure 7481 with you at flight level 190.
7481, roger. Departure 3513 with you at flight level 190. 3513, roger. Three 347, maintain altitude. Present altitude 3347. Departure 1558, passing
flight level 100 for flight level 150.
6858, roger. Climb to flight level 150.
Climbing to flight level 150, 6858.
KLM 9207, contact radar 12550.
Radar KLM 9207, passing flight level 160 for flight level 200.
One to go.